Alrighty, the parts are done. Let's go ahead and claim them. And we can do it. Awesome. Now we gotta wait 3 days. Woohoo! We gotta come over here. We got some free goodies to claim. Oh yeah, baby. Some free stuff. Boom, we get a free color palette and a free dual commas. Commas. The thing that's important to note though about these is if we come here, they have a catalyst, and we also got a slot for that. And guys, that's pretty big. You know what else is pretty big? This defense we're about to do for the Dex Dakra. I did not want to do the Saturn Junction. Let me. Also, there is this wolf hunt. This is to get the wolf sledge. But as you can see, we gotta be level 50 through 75. We're not gonna be able to do that. So we're just gonna have to skip on that one. But I can't turn down mastery rank. Gimme. Yes! I gotta craft this Arcwing segment, but I don't have any fish oils, so... Fishing montage! Alrighty, for our efforts, the Arcwing launcher. Boom. We only need to build this once now. We get it just from completing the Arcwing quest. Oh my god, this is gonna be huge. We got business to do. We gotta get to the Lotus. We gotta go collect. Oh my god, thank god it's an exterminate. This'll take like 5 seconds. Alright, compared to the Sybaris and the... I have cryo rounds, don't I? No way, that's the first time I'm getting that. Oh, that was the first time we've had in cryo rounds? Oh. That's ridiculous. Alright, well, that's honestly a better pickup than the Dex Furus, which, we will be leveling to 10, and then promptly not using. Alrighty. The moment has come. Nekros is here. Look at that. Oh, he's so edgy and cool. So, briefly to go over what Nekros does. His passive is that he restores 5 health with every enemy death within 10 meters. Really negligible, but, I mean, a little bit of sustainability, I guess. His first ability sucks. It's just a damage punch. Enemies that survive the hit from Soul Punch get marked for Harvest and become one of Nekros' shadows if killed. This is what we like to call a easy helmet slot, which is a system we'll get into a bit later, but it allows you to replace Warframe abilities with other ones. His 2, Terrify. It is an armor strip, and it is a fear. The whole reason we crafted Nekros was for his 3, which just forces corpses to drop additional loot. This gets a bit crazy. Corpses in this games are are not very specific. If you dismember a body, let's say you're using like the Ripkas, which have a mod that make gore chance higher, and they split into two pieces. You harvest both of those. Um, this is the bread and butter in Nekros's kit. Honestly, he is what I like to consider a loot frame, which we desperately need because we need to get that gamer loot. You know, I'm really looking forward to my time with Nekros. And then his fourth just raises the dead. We take a look over here. We're going to slap an Orokin reactor on. It's absolutely worth. We'll put on Dreamer's Bond. Interestingly, Nekros doesn't have a polarity on his aura. Whereas if we come over here, because that Dreamer's Bond is an Omni slot, we get 14 bonus mod capacity from having it. Nekros is only getting 7. And the way we're going to build Nekros is we're going to slap on Equilibrium. Whereas we're using Equilibrium on Volt in junction with our companion, Taxon. Nekros does not need a companion generating health orbs because Desecrate is going to generate them for us. So this is like a shoe-in his kit. It is essential. We're not going to be shield gating with him. We're actually going to build him based off of health and health tanking. The reason for this is because of one of his augments, which I'll go ahead and swap over to. So this is the augment I was talking about. It makes Desecrate take Nekros's health rather than energy. This would be kind of scary if it weren't for the fact that most of the time you're generating health orbs from desecrated corpses, so you're constantly in a loop. But also, it just keeps our energy pooled together, and it's a really good mod to have on him. It's also really good on Nekros is his 4 augment. This is going to make it to where we get damage reduction for our shadows when they're near us, that we revive with our 4. And this is going to be how I take advantage of survivability on Nekros. He's not too great at health tanking, but this should allow us to bypass that, getting a little bit of damage reduction. He doesn't have a lot of base armor, so unfortunately, he's kind of frail, but damage reduction is going to be huge, and especially because we're on non-steel path missions. I don't think we'll be damaged. While I'm here, oh, guys, we got to get this with all these people I'd be playing with. Oh my god, I need to be able to revive them with Soul Punch. Creeping Terrified just reduces movement. It kind of is just in place to counteract the fear effect, which can be pretty annoying from Terrify in certain scenarios, but I don't think it's all that. I'm excited to use our new frame. What better way to do so than to go actually unlock the ability to use our Kubrow, yeah? I know, we still haven't done it. Let me finish this actually. All right, this is looking about as good as we can make it for now. Just to briefly explain, I guess. We want a little bit more energy. He only has 100 energy. If we pop our 4, it would have been consuming it if we didn't have Streamline on, giving us some efficiency. It would have just used all of our energy, and there's nothing we could do. We want our Desecrate to cost less, just so that we can have it constantly up without having to recast it, just for convenience. A little bit of strength for our armor strip. Not really doing much in terms of stripping armor, but, you know, A. And then duration makes our shadows last longer and our fear last longer, which could be nice. It's mainly for Shadows of the Dead. I will say I don't have Prime Continuity on. For a lot of the early game, I'm going to try to stay away from Prime mods. I know it's counterintuitive that we went out of our way to get them, but Barrow Katir comes very infrequently, so I just wanted to pick up the really good ones while we could. for the most part. I think I missed out on like primed convulsion last week because I was busy. We're gonna stay away from prime mods just so that I kind of keep this beginner friendly in a sense, if that makes sense. You know, not everybody's gonna have access to prime continuity, and for the place we're at, it's kind of ahead of our game, so we'll hold back a little bit. Rocking our default stuff. We're gonna get to it now. Let's finally use our awesome Kubrow, Roblox Gerald.
Tenno, your Kubrow has matured. Now, there is only one more rite of passage before you can truly be bonded.
Now I'm very curious. Can we fail this? Oh no, there's my Kubrow's health. I can't. I couldn't mod them or anything or her. So she's just base. She's already killing it, dude. God damn. That's why I wanted a Kubrow. I don't know why all of the enemies are back here by extraction. I say extraction, but no, this might be extraction. I don't know how this mission works. Soul punch. Oh wow. We actually killed somebody with it. Yeah, we didn't have to go to extraction. Well, that was easy. Yeah, woo! Fun fact about Kubrows: you used to have to use DNA stabilizers. They were the Kubrows were on a genetic timer. If you left them for like a day without giving them DNA stabilizers, they would die, and then Ordis would eject their corpse out into space. It was terrible, awful system. They got rid of that, thankfully. All right, let's come over here. We got Roblox Gerald equipped. We're gonna start leveling Roblox Gerald up. This is gonna be huge. Also, damn, dude, 560 Baith. Oh, I got a lisp out of nowhere. 560 base health, 490 shields. She is beefy, gamers. That is exactly what we like to see. If we wanted to, we could put on calculated redirection. We could get her above the threshold of 1200 shields for reinforced bond. We don't need to, though. Got a lot of health if we want a health tank. A lot of armor for health tanking. This is. I'm gonna cry. But the reason we wanted our Huras Kubrow was for stock. You can put that there. We can't move the polarities around unless we form a Roblox Gerald up, which we will be doing. It's very, 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 very worth it. We are also going to be installing another Orkin reactor so soon, just to get her more mod capacity. Um, what do I want to put on her? I actually think Synth Fiber is a good play here, considering that we're going to be playing Nekros. We're going to be generating health orbs. She's going to be generating health orbs. This is making the synth set a little better. So we're getting 10% of our magazine every second. But the increase in armor, I think this goes up to 100. Yeah, 100 for 12 seconds. We're actually just going to, yeah, I'm sorry, Taxon. Rip that off. 100% is like a two times pretty much. So when we pick up a health orb, she's getting up to 600 armor. I believe that's how that works. We'll do it like this for now. Um, Move that down actually just to be efficient. We're doing this for the companion recovery timer. Oh, that's a lot of credits though. All right, we'll do that. We're budgeting. Now it's down to 50 seconds if she goes down. We're going to come to the claws. Now, do you remember when I said we wanted bite for the crit chance? We need to get over a 50% crit chance. Which, what was her basic crit? Alright, so it's at 20%. So we would need 150% extra crit chance. There we go. What this is going to do is if we get Tenacious Bond, we are going to have permanent access to 1.2 times crit multiplier on our weapons. That is a substantial damage buff. especially very early on for gamers like us. Because when we be cranking crits, they're gonna be hitting slightly harder. Our Boltor would be at a 3 times, for example. But of course, we don't have we don't have the mod, or do we? Oh yes, it's right there in front of us. The time has come. I don't have. Oh, I don't have standing actually. Whoops. All right, well, gamers, I'm going to do Fortuna bounties, and I'll be right back. Quick change to the Nekros build. I dropped Intensify for stretch. We don't really need any strength. It doesn't affect Desecrate. So and I forgot we do need range. Range is very important on Nekros. So we have stretch on. Yeah, I used Terrify and I didn't have any range on it. It was 5 meters. Dude, this sucks. But at least with stretch, we go up to a nice 7.25. Yeah, it's awful, but it'll get better as we level. All right, I'm back. I got enough for Tenacious Bond. 1.2 final crit multiplier. Oh, I don't know what Nekros was looking at there. We gotta go. We gotta go. Literally the fattest damage boost we could get right now. This was worth all of the Earth sabotages. Yes. Look at that crit multiplier. It's so beautiful. 3 times. If we come over to a weapon that we can't use because we're not the mastery rank, even though I can equip it, shush. And I used it. Oh my god, this thing would actually like annihilate worlds. Especially if I still need to. It's funny to think about. I don't have vital sense, which is crit damage. If we had that, dude, we're gonna be crit balling. We gotta do these gifts to the Lotus before they go away, as per usual. We gotta do an exterminate, and we're gonna do the survival, just for the Syandana because why not? I think I can do that. It looks pretty easy. Let's get it done. All right, it's a good thing we went for the Syandana. Look at that. My God, that's some XP gains. Bam! Look at that. Uh, that looks okay. We oh, that made it worse. Oh, I know how to fix this. Look, you may not be ready, but this is what peak performance looks like right here. My God, what a unit. This sucks. I put on the Dex Nikana because I'm gonna level it for what we're about to do next. And Jesus Christ, it, this thing is nuts for where we're at. Look, hold on, let's go to a blank config, dude. Keep in mind the crit multiplier is a way higher because we have tenacious bond on our Kubrow, but that's why I'm hesitant to keep these things. They're like the devil deals, man. The next thing we're gonna hop into is we need to get Hellfire. Well, we don't really need to, but I want to. But I also wanted to do Dark Sector missions. And the reason for that is because there's a couple of mods from Dark Sector missions. Scratch that. There's mainly one that I'm thinking of. And that is Quickening. It is attack speed for melees, and it also gives you combo chance. Really, really, really good mod. And we have access to it very, very, very early. And if you can see where we're going with this, just like every other unnecessary thing that we're prepping for late game that we're doing now because I want to. We're gonna jump straight into it, get it done, acquire it, get the bag, and roll in the dough. There are a few mission types that we could be doing. There's dark sector defenses. That's a survival. There's dark sector survivals. Um, The best chance of getting quickening comes from survivals every 20 minutes. However, we're going to start off doing Romula here. We're doing Romula because we want to get. Sorry, I forgot how to pull up the the resource nodes instead of the Nightwave. We want to get a couple of these resources. If we don't get it here, we're going to move on to Mars and do the Dark Sector defense here, wherever it may be. Nothing different. Where it's just defense, and we're trying to get the resources. Well, we're gonna start with defense. Defense has a pretty good chance on the rotation.
See,
On wave
12.
we have access to Hellfire at like an 8% chance, if I remember correctly. I'll have it on screen so you know I'm not capping. That is what we're trying to get here, and if we go to 12 waves and we get quickening, we pray to the Lord because we just hit the lottery. I think the drop chance was pretty bad, but yeah. And then once we do that and it's a bum or we get Hellfire, we move on to doing survivals. We're gonna start with Venus, and if I gather enough resources, I'm going to move to Mars. Same scenario there. On Mars, we're going to move to the survival. I think it's right here. I don't remember. We're gonna move to the other Dark Sector mission on Mars. If it's a survival, if not, we're stuck on Venus. I'm over explaining this. Let's get into it. Romula. Woo! I think I don't know. I'm not like totally in tune with what I've recorded. I skip a lot of the tedium grinds because I mean I'm sorry. Even if y'all want it, I know I wouldn't want to watch daily Fortuna grinds, so I've been like skipping those. And one of the biggest things that's been the pain in the ass of playing on a new account, fresh account, is that damage over time status effects, mainly toxin, electricity, heat, slash. I mean that's all of them, but you get my drift. They put us down, and I'm not talking like, oh, it was a hard fight, but eventually we succumb to them. I'm talking we get ticked twice, and we're on the ground, and it's humiliating, man. We be made the fool, and every time in Fortuna, especially, I died to an electricity proc. They got my ass considering running lightning rod. That's how bad it is. Playing on an Iron Man, I'm so used to just hitting my operator button. Bam, hit that shit, go into void mode. What are they gonna do? Especially if I have Magus Repair. I believe that's the one that heals your Warframe. I win. It's a win button. And that's the thing, is I don't have the operator. And to keep things very interesting and fresh for me, it's gonna be a while before we do Second Dream. Now I know I said I wanted to get the planets unlocked so that I can get Glaive Prime, and yes, we are still going to be doing that for the most part. I've put a lot of restrictions on this playthrough, a lot that makes sense, and the Warframe one, which absolutely doesn't. It's just making things harder on myself for no reason. That's just the kind of guy I am. And to add to that, and it's not a rule. I don't think calling it a rule is fair. I want to get my operator like really late, and it's not like I don't want to get the operator because it'll make things too easy. Like realistically, I should get the operator from Second Dream as fast as possible because Lord knows you only need 6 gajillion focus and 5 trees to get him done. But I don't know, man. There's something humbling and enlightening about dying every 2 seconds because you got hit by some unavoidable catastrophe ridden dot proc that you just gotta put your hands up and go, well, guess I'm dying today. So don't worry if you want to see me do a lot of stuff before I blast through story progression, you're in luck. That's kind of what I had in mind for this account. Otherwise, if the story content is what you're interested in, that's coming too. We've got plenty of quests, and I think generally people have preferred when I actually spend the time to kind of highlight the quests. Let the dialogues play, the important stuff. I absolutely don't mind highlighting it one bit. I haven't gone back and gotten the final two auger mods that we need from Cetus, which are range and strength, because I haven't felt the need to go back there. Cetus isn't my favorite place in the world, but I really should, because auger reach especially would be just so huge. But also, oh, that's what we like to see. Now we got to do survival missions. 20 minutes per pop. I've been through worse. Much worse. Actually, last episode it was much worse. You guys like fighting Lephantis? I sure don't. I'm glad we don't have to for a while. Oh my god. You want to see something awesome? Oh god, he dodged it. Oh no. Dude, I can't believe it. Oh, despair. Like, that's what I'm talking about with those dex weapons, man. I slid. I didn't even armor strip him. That's what I was trying to do that entire time. I thought it would be a lot better than I haven't had Desecrate on. I thought it would be a lot better than that performance, but I mean, we fucking slid and he exploded. Uh, Steel Charge. This is a really great aura. We're gonna buy it. Uh, this will make sense in a future episode when we're uh forced to get a certain melee frame. All right, we're here in our Nekros configuration because there's something we're about to do to make him even stronger. And that's going to be we're going to polarize him for the first time. And if you're thinking, man, that seems like a waste, I would like to remind you that if we ever want to get Prime Nekros or Prime Volt, we are going to have to Forma them anyway to get them to the point of their Prime's polarities. Uh, in Nekros's case, Nekros Prime has an extra dash polarity, and you know what? That's not even a bad choice. Let's let's slap that there. Bam. This is gonna set us back down to 43 mod capacity, which is a big bummer. But we're gonna have so much more space when we level them again. It's no quickening, but it's good. Really happy we finally have this. Look what we have here. Day 50 login reward. We can choose one of these caches. These are all really good, and I'm going to briefly explain what they are. The one on the left is a Oricon Catalyst and an Affinity Booster. The Sigil is whatever. The middle one has a Warframe Exilus Adapter, which is that next to the Aura slot mod on Warframes, and a Credit Booster. And then the far right one is a Reactor, or a Catalyst. Did I get those backwards? No, this is a Reactor and an Affinity Booster. I don't actually have a lot of stuff to level. That Affinity Booster is huge for us. But we're kind of good on both catalysts and reactors. It's a lot harder for us to get a Warframe Exilus adapter, and we are fiending for credits right now, so I'm going to choose the middle one. Back to the missions. All right, this time I don't have my awesome sauce weapons. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. I forgot. I gotta do this. Oh. Oh. Oh, he's bad. And we got the dread. That's actually really good. We're gonna go craft that after this. We still haven't got quickening. This is a terrible time, dark time, reminding me of being on Earth. But at the very least, we have some stuff we're gonna craft. We're gonna craft the dread. We're also gonna finally craft the despair instead of holding on to it for whatever reason. Um, at this point, let's check. I'm still marked from the Stalker. That's great. Um, how much you want to bet that he comes by and I get the final weapon I need, the hate? That's how I'm feeling this is gonna go down. And if it does, we're gonna giggle, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna have a good time. 11% drop chance, by the way. This is run 21. I'm on run 21. Let's craft this too. We did it, gamers. It only took 7 hours and 20 minutes. But this is best in slot melee speed for the long time, so yeah, this was worth it.